Okay, everybody, can you start your video? Okay, come. All right, so I think there's a lot of people here. Okay, so all start your video. We're gonna start the lesson now. Okay, all right, so Mr. want to see everybody's face. Ashlyn, got to take away the, okay, Mr. want to see your face, Ashlyn. So you have to remove the, remove the whatever that's in front of you. Okay, all right, now do you have your paper one with you? The ACS Prelim paper one. I hope you have done already. Okay, let's wait for everyone to start the video before we start the lesson. Okay, now just let you know that the paper one starting this week will be a little tougher. So we may take a bit longer time. Okay, about maybe 9:15, sometimes maybe even until 9:30. All right, because Ms. Tom will slowly because I want to slowly explain. All right, I don't want to rush through, so we might take a bit longer time. Okay, so Ming Xian, gonna start your video, Ming Xian, and then Ashlyn, Jareen, Jared, Karin. Okay, Jordan, Karina. All right, it's important that you start your video so that I can see who you are. Otherwise, you won't be allowed to come inside. Okay, Jareen, you're here. Okay, Karina. All right, Ming Xian. Okay, come, let's start already. All right, so okay, let's start with question one. Okay, and also if you need to watch, if any questions that you want to ask, you can ask after the lesson. All right, there's a lot of people here, so there will be time for me to answer questions during the lesson, so that the rest of us don't feel bored. So if you have any question you want to ask me, you after the lesson, right? You stay back after the lesson, and then you can ask me any question. Okay, is my voice very clear? Clear, right? All right, so make sure you all can hear my voice clearly. What happens if you can't finish writing, right? You are writing the corrections and you cannot catch up. What do? Never mind, you watch the video. Okay, the lesson is recorded, so you just watch the video to catch up in the writing. Okay, because we can't wait for everybody, right? Okay, come, let's start. Okay, question one. Okay, how do you round off this number to the nearest thousand? So I got 314,678. To round to the nearest thousand, it means that you have to draw a line to show the last three digits because there are three zeros, right? And then you look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? Yes. If it's 5 or bigger, add 1 on the next digit. So you will get 315,000. So your answer should be number 4. Okay, let's go to number 2. Now, how do you change the fraction into a decimal? Now, you can change into an improper fraction. So every time you want to change fraction into a decimal, you convert the mixed number into an improper fraction. So what do you get? 2 times 15 is 30. 30 plus 9 is 39 over 15. And what is fraction? Fraction means dividing. So you take 39 and divide by 15. And you must do some guess and check. So what times 15 equal 39 or lesser? Is it 2? Yeah, 2 times 15, right? 2 times 15 will be very close to 39. And you will get remainder 9. So how do you continue to divide to get decimal? You create a decimal point. Okay, then put the 0 down, and then what times 15 equal 60 or equal 90? Then you have to do some guess and check. But before that, raise up the decimal point. Before you continue to multiply, raise up the decimal point, and you will get 6 times 15 is 90. And so your decimal will be 2.6. So answer number 2. Okay, so lesson here is to convert the fraction, is to convert the mixed number into an improper fraction and then divide, all right? Use the improper fraction and divide to get decimal. Okay, question 3. Okay, now this one is a little not so direct. So you still have to count the gaps. So how do you count the gaps? You count 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 gaps or 4 units. So how big is 4 gaps? So you take 7.8 minus 7.7, you get 0.1. So can you find how big is one gap? Then you must do some dividing. You take 0.1 divide by 4. So 0 times 4, you get 0, then you minus, put the 1 down, raise up the decimal point. 0 times 4 is 0, then you minus again, add 1 more 0 behind, pull the 0 down, and then 2 times 4 is 8, and there's a remainder 2. Continue to add a 0 behind, pull the 0 down, and then 5 times 4 will be 20. So what is one gap? So one gap is actually 0.025. Okay, got it? All right, then you look at the arrow. The arrow is pointing somewhere in the middle. So what number is this line? What number is this? That will be 8.025. Okay, and what number is this? What number is this? that will be what? 8 point. If you don't know what number is that, you just add 2 more units. Okay, because you can see that this is 8.0, right? You have 1 unit and 2 more units. So you just add 2 more units, and what number is that? So 0.025 times 2. So there's a bit of working that you will need to do, right? You will need to do some working. So you have 5 times 2 equal 10, carry 1, that'll be 50, 0 times 2, 0, and 0.050. So that number is what? So what number is this? This must be 8.050. Okay, all right, so it's not so direct. So you have to do some working to get the numbers on the number line. Okay, then what is x? Where is x? X is more than 8.025, all right, and it's less than 8.050. Okay, let me just erase all these so that we can eliminate those answers that are wrong. Okay, if you look at answer number 1, this is 8.020, which is cannot be because your x must be more than 8.025. Number 2, this is 8.040. Possible, right? So that is the answer already. Because 8.040 is bigger than 8.025. It is smaller than 8.050. So your answer has to be number 2. Okay, you get number 2? Right, number 2 is the estimation. Then how about number 3? 8.200 is very far, right? 8.200 is somewhere far away. Okay, 8.4 is even worse. 8.400 is even much further away. Okay, so your answer has to be number 2. All right. Okay, any questions? Okay, hear my voice clearly. Okay, let's go on. Okay, question number 4. Now, which of the fractions is the largest? To compare the fractions, you make the denominator the same, but there's a problem. It's very hard to make the denominator the same. So what do? If you cannot make all the denominator the same, then you compare 2 fractions at one time. Okay, right? So how do you compare 2 fractions at one time? You compare the first 2 fractions. You have 5 times 7 and 2 times 7. 7 times 5 and 3 times 5. So which is bigger? Which is number 2. Number 2 is bigger than 1. So number 1 is out already. Then you compare number 2 and number 3. So make the denominator the same. 7 times 9 and 3 times 9. And then 9 times 7 and 4 times 7. So which is bigger? Number 3 is bigger. So number 2 is out already. So you compare any 2 fractions at a time, right? Okay, then how about number 4? Then you make the denominator the same. So 9 times 4, 36. And then 12 times 3, also 36, right? So 9 times 4, 4 times 4. 12 times 3, and 5 times 3. So which is the bigger fraction, which is 16 over 36. So number 4 is out. So the largest fraction has to be number 3, which is the biggest fraction. Okay, got it? All right, now let's go to number 5. So which one of the following would most likely be the height of the ceiling of the classroom? Cannot be 30 cm because 30 cm is the length of a ruler. All right, the length of a ruler, too short. Cannot be 3 cm, which is even much shorter. 3 cm is between your finger and your thumb, somewhere in between. All right, too short already. 30 meter is too long. 30 meter is like the length of a swimming pool, too long already. All right, so the height of the ceiling must be 1 meter, must be 3 meter. So the answer is number 1. Right, 3 meter is actually the height of your house. Okay, when you go into your house, from the ground to the ceiling is about 3 meter. Okay, that's the height of your home. Okay, which one of the following is the same as 6.07 kg? You will need to change it into grams. So how do you change into grams? You have to multiply by 1,000. Okay, why do you multiply? Because from big to small unit, you have to times, and you have to multiply by 1,000. So when you multiply by 1,000, you shift the decimal point to the right. 1, 2, and 3. So why do you shift to the right? Because there are 3 zeros. And why do you shift to the right? Because there are times. It's times. When you multiply, you shift to the right 3 times because there are 3 zeros. And put the 0 in the basket and the arrowhead decimal point, and you will get 6,070 grams. Okay, how do you change it to kilogram and grams? You take out 6,000 grams, and then you have 70 grams left. So you will have 6 kilograms and 70 grams. Okay, so these questions are very simple, most of them. So try not to make any mistake. Okay, but before you continue, Abigail, Ashlyn, on the video. Actually got to turn on the video, all right? Because it's a bit scary, you know? Why we don't want you to turn on the video? That's a reason also. Because a few times when Mr. Ong, a few times what happened, there is a group of students, all right? There's a big group of people who are actually watching, okay, watching the lesson. All right, so Mr. Ong doesn't really expect so many people behind the camera to see my lesson. So that's why Mr. Ong need to know who am I teaching. Okay, let's look at number 7. Okay, number 7. Okay, now the average of 5 numbers is 30. So every time you see average, you can actually find the total. So what's the total of 5 numbers? You take the average times how many numbers? You get 150. So that's the total of 5 numbers. And 4 of the numbers has a total of 96. So what is the 5th number? Okay, now if you're very confused, those of you who are very confused, you draw your model, right? Average model. So every number, average means every number is the same. That's why it's called average. So immediately you can find the total. Okay, that's why you can always get the total when there's average. And 4 of the numbers has a total of 96. So there are 4 numbers, and these 4 numbers, the total is 96. So can you find the last number? So you take 150 minus 96, and you get the last number, which is 54, right? So 54 is the 5th or the last number. Okay, average model. Okay, question number 8. The bar graph shows the number of 4 types of muffins. Okay, which table represents the information? So A has the most. Okay, you look at the table, which table has the most for A? A has the most, right? So if you look at number 1, you can see that A is not the most. So number 1 is out already. You're supposed to look for A, which is the most number of muffins. Then look at number 2. Number 2, your A is not the most. So number 2 is out. Okay, look at number 3, number 4. Number 3 and number 4, the A is the most. Okay, the most. All right, so the answer is one of them. Then you look at the, yeah, Karina, you raise your hand, Karina. Yeah, Karina.
For question 7, I almost finished. Just let me see for.
Question 7. Okay. Okay, quickly. All right, for those who are copying question 7, so copy down quickly. So this is your average model. I call it the average model. What is average model? Every number is the same. All right, every box is the same. Okay, done. Okay, let's move down already.
Yep.
Okay, then look at the bar graph again. You can see that B and D, they are equal, and C is the lowest, right? C is the smallest. So B and D must be equal. All right, look at number 3. Do you see number 3? B and D are equal, right? They're also equal, and then C is the smallest. So your answer has to be number 3. Number 3 is the answer. Okay, got it now? So it's actually quite easy, quite easy to compare the table with the bar graph. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, hang on for a while. And question number 9. Okay, which pair of lines is parallel? All right, now let's look at one by one because this is important. AF is parallel to what? To CD. Now, is that true or not? You have to prove it. Now, how do you prove it? Very simple. How do you prove it? Parallel means what? Parallel means the 2 lines are equal distance apart. They have to be equal distance apart. All right, something like that, equal distance apart. So if I count the squares, okay, look carefully. If I count the squares to move from one dot to the other dot, how does it look like? 1, 2, 2 squares to the left, 1, 2, 3, 3 squares up, 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So if you need to draw a line that's parallel, you will need to have the same pattern. Okay, look at the next red color line. Do you have the same pattern? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's not 2 leh. It's supposed to be 2 and 3. But this is what? This is 3 and 2. Different, different. So the 2 lines are not parallel. However, these 2 lines they are equal. Even though these 2 red lines, they are not parallel, but they are equal length. Why are they equal length? They are equal length because the pattern is the number. Okay, the number is the same. That's why they are equal in length. But are they parallel? They are not parallel because the number is ordered differently. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Right, the 2 lines are equal in length because of the same numbers. 3, 2, 2, 3, same. So they are equal length. But are they parallel? They are not parallel because why? Because they are not ordered the same. They don't have the same order. Like if you look at this red color line, that is 3, 2, right? But this one is 2, 3. So it's a bit different. So they are not parallel. So number 1 is out. Okay. All right. So let's quickly go to the answer. So what is the correct answer? Okay. So if you look at AF and BC, so it's AF and BC. This one no need to see lah. Okay, it's not parallel. So number 2 is out already. No need to see. How about AB and FE? So your AB and FE, AB, where's AB? AB is here, right? AB and FE is over here. Are they parallel? Well, you can use your eyes to observe. They are also not parallel. All right. So AB and FE, they are not parallel. And how about AB and ED? So AB and ED, okay. Your AB is over here. Your ED is over here. Are they parallel? Yes. But how do you prove it? Same thing. Okay, same thing. Draw the dots. Okay. Can you see 1, 2, 1, 2? So you have 2, 2. All right. From this dot, draw a dot here. Isn't that the same? 1, 2, and then on top also 1, 2. Same. So you have the same order. So that's why these two lines are parallel because they have the same order. Right, the numbers are the same. Okay, understand? This is how you count the squares out to check whether the lines are parallel or whether they are equal in length. Okay, question 10. All right, question 10. Any questions about this? You after the lesson, you can stay back and then Mr. will explain to you a bit more. Okay, question 10. The figure shows 14 squares. What is the smallest number of squares that must be added so that XY becomes a line of symmetry? Okay, this is also not very hard, but you can do something like this. Left and right, there is a triangle. Okay, this square on the left side, on the other side, don't have. Okay, no square. So you have one missing square already. This one and this one, left and right, have already. Triangle, left and right also have. There's a square here, but on the other side, there's no square. So there's another one missing square. And then left and right, you have squares already. Triangle also have already. This square and this square, they have already. And this square have, but on the other side, don't have. So how many squares you need to draw? You need to draw another 3 more. Okay, 3 more squares to be added. So answer number 3. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Question 11. At a concert, the ratio of boys to the girls is 3:4, ratio method. So when you use ratio method, it means what? You have to label boys is to girls and also a total, all right? But do I want to put a total there or do I want to put the children? So you have to be creative. You want to put total or put children? You look at the question. The ratio of the children to the adult is 1:2. So I better put children, which is also the same as total, right? So children to adult is 1:2. And I can also have a total if I want. So everybody, the grand total, everybody is 3. So once you have written these 2 ratios, then what do? You compare the 2 ratios and do you see something the same? Children and children, they are the same. So what do? Make them equal. So times 7, times 7, times 7. Okay, this is how you do ratio method, right? You have 2 ratios, compare the 2 ratios, and what is the same? Make them equal. Okay, then what do you get? You get 3:4:7, 7:14:21. And once you make the children equal, you can actually call them units, right? They are all called units. So units, everything here also units. And the old ratio, you can ignore the old ratio. So you don't have to look at the old ratios. Okay, so what's the ratio of girls to the adults? Then you look at the girls to the adults. So you have 4:14. And then your simplest form, divide by 2 and divide by 2, right? So the ratio of girls to the adult is 2:7. Okay, answer number 2. Any questions so far? Okay, good. Is the lesson clear? Karina, take away the bunny bear. Mr. Ong don't want the bunny bear. Okay, let's look at question number 12. All right, question 12. Okay, question 12, area and perimeter. Now, the PQRS is a rectangle. RTS is a right angle triangle of side measuring 6 cm, 8 cm, and 10 cm. The perimeter of the shaded part is 56 cm. So you need to know what is perimeter. So perimeter of the shaded part means over here. So important to know the concept. So your concept must be good. Perimeter concept. Okay, that's the perimeter of the shaded part. What's the area of the rectangle? Okay, how to do well for this kind of area and perimeter questions? You will need to put numbers on the pictures, numbers. Okay, the more numbers you put on the pictures, the clearer you get. So can you find this one? Can, because I know the perimeter of the shaded part is 56. I minus 10 and I minus 6 and 8, right? Minus 6 minus 8. And what do I get? So you take 56 minus 10 minus 6 minus 8, you will get 32. And then you take 32 divide by 2, you get 16. So the question mark here is 16, and here is also 16. So put the numbers onto your pictures. So can you now find the area of the rectangle? So your concept, how do you find area of rectangle? Length times breadth, 16 times 10. So the area of the rectangle is 160 centimeters square. Are you clear? So your answer is what? Your answer will be number 2, concept. What is the concept you are tested? To find perimeter and to find area. You must know how to find these two. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, now next one. Question 13, method, line method. Line method. Don't do everything in your head. Don't do method sum because it's really very risky. So what I will do is I will draw a line. And this is also very important to draw a line. You will see why later. Now, the total distance, which is a big arrow sign, that is 10.8 kilometer. So you always take out the first kilometer. And how much is that? That will be $3.70. So all your steps, all your working are inside the line. And you will never make a mistake because it's all there already. Then you take 10.8 minus 1 kilometer. That will be what? That will be 9.8 kilometer. Right? And that is how many groups? How many groups? How many groups? So when you see the word every means one group. How many groups of 500 meters are there? Are you going to cut many 500? That's why you need to use grouping. You must take 9.8 kilometer, which is how many meters? 9,800 meters. So you must know how to change into meters. So if you don't know how to change, also there's a problem. So you times 1,000, shift the decimal point to the right, 1, 2, 3 times, and you get 9,800.0. So you need to know how to change into meters. And then after that, what do? You divide by one group, which is 500. Okay, you have to divide by 500 meters to get how many groups. Okay, how to divide? So 1 times 500, 500. Then you minus, all right, minus, put the 0 down. What times 500 equal 4,800? Do some guess and check. I think it's 9, right? 9 times 5.
Should it be 9300?
9. Why 9300? 10.8 minus 1 kilometer is 9.8. 10.8 kilometer minus 1 kilometer will be 9.8. So 9.8 kilometer will be 9,000.
Like 9800 minus 500.
No. Caleb, you got it wrong already. You need to find how many groups. How many groups inside here? How many groups inside here? How many groups? So you have to divide by 500 to get how many groups of 500. You understand? All right. So after you take out the first kilometer, then the rest of the line will have to find how many groups already. How many groups of 500? So which is actually how many groups? 19 groups, and there is a remainder of 300. Okay. So for Caleb, it means that when you divide, you have 19 groups of 500 meters. 19 groups, and how far is that? That will be that will be 19 times 500 will be how many? 19 times 500. Let me just double check. You will get 9,500 meters, and then there is a part thereof. There's a part thereof, which is your 300 meters. Are you clear on this? you need to divide, because if you don't divide, then are you going to cut 500, 500, 500? How many 500 are you going to cut? You don't have a lot of time to cut. Do you understand? So you take 9,800 meters, all right? And then what do? Divide by 500 to get 19 groups of 500. And how much is 19 groups? 19 times 30 cents. That will give you 570 cents or $5.70. And then the part thereof, which is your 300 meter, is another 30 cents. Are you clear? Caleb, are you clear now? Where's Caleb? There are so many of you here. Okay, Caleb, are you clear? Caleb is gone already. Okay, I can see you. Understand so far? Okay, then after that, what do? And then you add them together. All right, so if you add them together, what do you get? So you have $5.70 plus 30 cents will be $6. $6 plus $3.70, that will be $9.70. Okay, so this method is very important because why? Because there are many groups of 500. So you have to divide. You cannot cut it. If you cut it, it's very tedious, okay? And you don't have a lot of time to cut. Okay, let's go to number 14. Okay, number 14, let's come down. Now in the figure, ABCD is a trapezium and AD is parallel to BC. So where is your AD? AD is over here and your BC is over here. They are parallel, so put two arrowheads. And do not assume it is a parallelogram. Question number says, all right, and your BC is equal to EC. So do one more thing, mark out. Mark out the two sides that are equal and do one more thing, which is to put the question mark ECD. And then you can solve already. Okay, all right, so look at the picture and what do? There is an isosceles triangle. So if this is 72, then this is also 72. So can you find this angle here? You take 180 minus 72 minus 72, and you get 36. Sum of angle in the triangle. Minus 72 minus 72, you get 36, and then you're stuck. You don't know how to find the question mark because you forgot something. All right, I hope you don't forget. When you see two lines that are parallel, the angles between them add together is 180. Okay, we talked about this many times already. Okay, so can you find the question mark? You take 180 minus 65 and minus 36. And the question mark will be 79 degrees. So answer number 4. Okay, so what is the lesson here? Angles between two lines that are parallel add together 180. Okay. Okay, Jordan, Anson, start video. Jared, start video. Otherwise, we don't say bye-bye. Okay, don't play with the video. Your video must always be turned off. Okay, last warning already.
Mr. Ong?
Yeah?
You said to always turn off.
Yeah, must always turn on the video. Okay.
Mr. Ong?
Yeah, Jared?
But I just came back. And so I need to take a shower.
Oh, okay, fine.
I'm not to do that. Every time I come back, there's already your tuition time, so I have to go shower first. So
Okay.
I take to open my video.
Okay, once it's more convenient, then you turn on the video. Okay, but the rest of you, anyone who turn off the video, I will say bye-bye to you already. Okay, except for Jared. Okay, all right, let's go to question 15. Question 15. Okay, now question 15, fraction means model. Okay, fractions means model. You don't know how to do, then what do? Draw your model. This fraction is talking about his money. So you draw a rectangle, and this fraction is a bit, this problem is a bit easier to draw because there's only one fraction. Okay, Karina, you're still copying, right?
No, what's the answer for question 14?
Okay, question 14, what's the answer? Okay, let's go back. Question 14, the answer is 79. Okay, okay, follow the lesson, okay? Okay, so this fraction is talking about his money. Cut it into 5 boxes. Okay, 5 boxes. And he used 2 boxes to buy 4 pens and 9 rulers. And where's the remainder? The remainder is the right side. Okay, the right side of the what? The right side of the model. So this is the remainder. And the remainder has how many boxes? 3 boxes only. Okay, the cost of 2 pens was the same as 3 rulers. So I can actually use ratio. Pen is to ruler, I get 2:3. Okay, so there's a ratio that we can use also. So what was the greatest rulers that Suresh can buy with the money he had left. So how many rulers can he buy with the rest of the money? So your model will look something like this. Okay, now ready? Okay, this one is a little hard already. Why is it a little hard? Because I want to find how many rulers, so I don't care the pens. So if I don't care the pens, then can I change the pens to ruler? Yes, 2 times 2 and 3 times 2. I get 6, right? 6 rulers. So my 4 pen becomes 6 rulers. Okay, 4 pen will be 6 ruler. But there's a problem. There's a problem. What's the problem? 6 ruler plus 9 ruler is 15 ruler. But can 15 divide by 2 become 7.5 ruler? Can you have 7.5 ruler? Cannot, right? Yeah, your ruler cannot have decimal. It has to be a whole number. So there is a little problem. Okay, then how if there's a little problem? Okay, which means that we cannot change the pens to ruler. Then how about changing the rulers to pens? How about changing the rulers to pens? So can we change the 9 rulers to pens? So 9 rulers will be how many pens? So 9 rulers will be 3 times 3 and 2 times 3. So I changed the 9 rulers into pens, which is 6 pens. Can you see that? And then 4 pen plus 6 pen will be 10 pens. 10 pens divided by 2, I can divide already. So this one is a little hard. It's a little hard. Okay, so you cannot have 7.5 ruler. Your ruler must have a whole number. So if I cannot have 7.5 ruler, then what do? Then I change the ruler to pen. Then everything all become pens. So every box here will be what? Every box here will be pens, right? So 15 pens is also how many ruler? 15 pens is also how many ruler? And then you look carefully. You look at the simplest form, which is 2 is a 3, right? Always look at the simplest form. 2 times what equal 15? Also 2 times what equal 15? 2 times 7.5, right? 2 times 7.5 equal 15, right? So I got no space. So 2 times 7.5 equal 15, right? Correct? How do you get to 7.5? You take 15 divided by 2 lah. Okay. And then the other side, 3 times 7.5. Okay. So what is 3 times 7.5? And you will get 22.5. And then, can you have 22.5 rulers? Cannot, right? So what do? So what is the greatest number of rulers that you can buy? You cannot round up because you don't have enough money to buy 23 rulers. You only have enough money to buy 22.5 rulers. But there's no such thing as 22.5 rulers. So which means that you can only buy 22 rulers. Okay, 22 rulers. So there's no such thing as 22.5. Neither can you round up. If you round up, become 23 rulers already, which is not enough money. So what is the greatest number of rulers that you can buy? Answer 22 rulers. Number 3.
Mr. Ong, you can still change all the pen to rulers. And
also can, but it'll be more confusing. More confusing for the rest of them who may not be able to understand. So actually you can also change it to all rulers, but it will be more confusing. But if you understand, get the answer correct, then it's fine. Okay, Mr. is using a simpler way to explain to you. Okay, of course, there are other ways to get it, right? And certainly a different way, which is okay, also acceptable. Clear so far, everybody? Right, so when Ms. Ong teach, of course, Ms. Ong can go by the fast way, but when I teach, I always go by the slower way lah. Okay, the more simple way. Okay, let's go to number 16. Number 16. Okay, question 16. Okay, and your 1 mark question. And okay, how to do this? This one must know how to do your 4 operations. So you have to do the bracket first. 8 times 3 minus 10. That's a plus 2, right? I think that's a plus 2, right? Okay, if you see something not plus, you let me know. I think it's a plus. And then 8 times 3 is 24. You must do the times first. And then minus 10 plus 2. Okay, can someone tell me, is this plus or divide? I can't really see clearly.
It's divide.
Oh, it's divide.
Divide.
Okay, divide. Then we still need to change it already. Okay, so you have 8 times 3 minus 6 plus 4 and then divide by 2. So you do the bracket first, which is 10, and then later divide by 2. Okay, so now which one do you do first? Do the times first. 8 times 3, 24, then minus 10 divide by 2. Do step by step. Okay, then after that, minus and divide, do the divide first. So you have 24 minus 5, and finally you get 19. So you do step by step, never jump steps, okay? Don't break out the steps also. right? Break out the step means what? Break out the step means you don't do like that. If you do like that, you're in trouble already. Okay, don't break up your step. Did anyone learn this way? If you learn this way, that is very dangerous. All right, don't break up the steps. Okay, let's go to the next one. By now should be expert at doing this already. So how do you take 4/7 divide by 6? Change the whole number into a fraction and then keep change flip. So keep the first fraction, change the divide to times and flip upside down. Okay, then you cancel. So divide by 2, you get 2, and divide by 2, you get 3. And then cannot cancel already, you multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. And that's your simplest form. So answer 2/21. Okay, good. Okay, this paper is, you can see the paper is a bit tougher compared to the other essay 1 papers. Okay, a bottle contains 1.25 liters of juice. Asha poured 400 ml of juice into a glass. How many liters was left? So you have to change the ml into liters. So how to change into liters? From small unit to big unit, all right? Small to big. You have to divide by 1000. Okay, and there's no decimal point. So create a decimal point. Then shift to the left 3 times. So you have 1, 2, and 3. Arrowhead, decimal point, 0 in front. So you will get 0.4 liters. And then after that, you have to minus. So you take 1.25 liters minus 0.4. All right, put the 0 in the blank space and then you minus. So 2 minus 4 will be, you borrow. So 12 minus 4 is 8. And then you will get 0.85 liters. Yep, okay, got it? Okay, let's go to question number 19. Okay, this one. The timetable shows the time a bus leaves the bus interchange. Gracie wants to catch the bus that leaves at 8:20, but she is 45 minutes late. So your logic mind must tell you what time did she arrive if she's late. So you need to find what time she arrived. So you draw a timeline, 8:20 morning plus 45 minutes later. Okay, so if you don't know how to get the time, arrival time, then you get your nearest hour. You plus 40 minutes, and then later plus another 5 minutes, right? So you plus 40 minutes, that'll be 9 a.m. Then plus another 5 minutes, that'll be 9:05 morning. So she arrived at the interchange at 9:05 morning. So she will miss what bus? She'll miss this bus, she'll miss this bus. So she will have to wait for this bus already. So when she take that bus, what time will she arrive at the airport? She will arrive at 10 a.m. Am I correct? Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Question 20. Yeah, Caleb, yeah, question?
I just wrote 10.
Also can, if you put 10 a.m. also can, all right, or
Okay,
10.00. Okay, now this one answer key got some problem. Ms. Ong checked the answer key and then I measured. I need you to also double check for me whether answer key right or I'm right. Okay, your BC, is your answer 6.3 cm plus and minus 1? You get 6.2 also correct? Or 6.4 also correct? Is it correct? Do you get somewhere like that? No.
I got 6.5.
6.5 is a little out already.
I got
Okay.
6.3. I got 6.
6 is even out already. 6 is even worse, even out already.
How do you measure?
I got 6.6.
6.6. Okay.
6.3.
6.9. Okay. Okay, Miss Long can't. I don't have a ruler to measure now. Okay.
But when I remeasured, it's still
Okay.
6.5.
Let me just do a vote, okay? Because I can't use a ruler to measure. Who has 6.3? Raise a hand. 6.3. Nobody. Then Miss Long must have measured wrongly already, which is a bit impossible. Okay, who gets 6.4? Anybody? 6.4. Who gets 6.5? Yeah, I think some of you get 6.3, right? Okay, tell you what, I think this one is very easy. So you can get someone to check for you, Ken. Right, I can't really show for you. I can't really show to you. But let me just show you my ruler, okay? My ruler is not accurate, my ruler. It's a digital ruler. It's not really accurate. So just to make sure that you know how to use the ruler to measure. Okay, so you put your ruler on the start line. Okay, on the start line. Okay, my ruler is not very accurate. So put the ruler on the start line and the 0. Okay, where do you put the 0? The 0 is at the starting line, and yeah, my ruler says is 8 lah. 8, which is wrong lah. Okay, my ruler is 8 cm, which is wrong. Okay, so that's how you use a ruler to measure. So get someone to help you to measure the line and see what answer is that. Okay, your answer should be 6 point something lah, 6.34, 6.5, somewhere there. Okay, somewhere there. Okay, but the answer key is definitely wrong. The answer key is totally different. Yeah. Okay, let's go to question 21. Okay, let me just take a drink first. Okay, question 21. Okay, write down all the common factors of 18 and 48. Don't do mental sum. You need to write out the factors of 18. Okay, 1 times 18. After 1 is 2. 2 times 9, 18. And then after 2 will be 3 times 6. That will be 18. And then 4 cannot, 5 cannot, 6 have already. So these are the factors of 18. So there is no shortcut to find the common factors, right? So you have to write all this. So you have 1 times 48. You get 48. Then after that is 2. Is 2 a factor? You take 48 divided by 2, you get 24. And then 3, 3 times 16. And then you have 4, 4 times 12. And then you have 5 cannot, 6, 6 times 8, 48, 7 cannot, 8 have already. So these are the factors of 48. Then you circle, okay? Circle what? Circle the common factors. Okay, circle the common factors, and then what do you get? So you have 1, 2, and then you have 3, all right, 3, and then you also got 6, and that's it. No more already, right? So the common factors are 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay, so do you get the answer correct? Yep. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Question 22. Okay, now part A, your K is 7. So which means that 2K means 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 14 minus 7 over 8. All right, then what do you do? Okay, then you will need to change the 14, change the whole number into a fraction. Take out 1 whole, and the 1 whole becomes a fraction with the same denominator. This one, your P4. How do you take out 1 whole and change into a fraction? That is your P4 already. And then after that, 13 minus nothing is still 13. And then 8 minus 7 is 1 over 8. So part A, 13 and 1 over 8. Okay, that's our part A. Okay, now part B, this is where you get confused already. Part B, let me just write over here. K minus 13 plus 2K. Now, the moment you do this, okay, like most of you will do this, 7 minus 13 plus 2K, then you get stuck already. Right, you get stuck already, right? Because you don't know how to minus, how to 7 minus 13. Okay, now those in my group, do you still remember what I told you? Those in my group, what's the shortcut? Those of you in my group, I said before that you don't get the answer first. What do? You get your answer in terms of K, right? Get your answer in terms of K. What do you mean? It means that I got K minus 13 plus 2K. What do? Can I get my answer in terms of K? I circle the groups and I put the groups with the same kind, with the same letter together. Right, I told you before already, right? Means you don't get your answer immediately. Get your answer in terms of K, and you will get 3K minus 13. Then now, can you solve already? K equal to 7. So 3 times 7, 21 minus 13, and you get 8. Okay, right, I told you in the groups, right? Those of you in my groups, that you always get your answer in terms of the letter first. Then after that, get your answer. Because if you don't do that, you get stuck already. Like what I showed you just now, you will get stuck. Don't know how to continue. Okay, all right, let's go to question 23. Done. Okay, question 23, let's move on. And okay, Mr. Sia had 80 wallets for sale.
Mr. Ong, I'm not done copying.
Okay, hurry. Okay, we still wait for you. Okay, most likely today we will end late because it's 8:45 already. And we still got how many more questions? Still got a lot of questions. And some of the questions are quite hard. Okay, done, everybody? Okay, so lesson clear? Clear so far? Can you understand now? All right, if you can understand that, I expect you to do well for your paper 1 already, right? If you can understand. Okay, question 23. Okay, let's go to question 23. Now, Mr. Sia had 80 wallets. The graph shows the wallet he had left. This is the keyword, left. Okay, not the how many wallets he sold. This is the line graph shows the wallet he had left. So you need to put the numbers on the line graph. You need to count the gaps first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to count the gaps. So you have 5 gaps equal to how many? 20 minus 0. So 5 gaps is 20. 1 gap is 4. Then start counting. So 80 minus 4 minus 4. You can count backwards. All right, count backwards, you will get 72. Count backwards. So these are on Monday, he had 72 wallets left. So which means that how many did he sell on Monday? Not 72. He did not sell 72 wallets. He sold 80 minus 72. He sold 8 wallets on Monday. This is a tricky part. And then how many wallets did he have left on Tuesday? That would be 60, right? So how many wallets did he sell on Tuesday? Then you take the previous day, which is 72, minus 60. He must have sold 12 wallets on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, how many left? Wednesday is 40 left. So how many did he sell on Wednesday? You take 60 minus 40. He must have sold 20 on Wednesday. And then Thursday, he has 22 wallets left. So you take 40 minus 22. He must have sold 18 wallets on Thursday. And then Friday, how many left? That will be what? That would be how many? Can you how many is that? 4, 8, 12, 16, right? 16, right? 16, Okay, can you check for me? Is that okay? I think the Thursday is how many? Thursday is 24. Okay, Thursday got a mistake. This is not 22. Thursday, how many left on Thursday? Which is 24. Okay, Thursday. Okay, am I correct? 24, right? Thursday is 24 because one gap is 4. So Thursday, he has 24 left on Thursday. So how many wallets did he sell on Thursday? Which is 40 minus 24. Any mistake, tell me, don't just look at, no, just follow. And then Friday, how many did he sell on Friday? 24 minus 16, he must have sold 8 on Friday. Okay, so you got to understand the line graph because if you don't understand what happened, you'll pick the wrong numbers. Yes, Karina?
For the Thursday is 18 or 16?
Thursday is 16, right? 16. Okay, so he sold 16 wallets on Thursday. How do you get 16? How do you get 16? You take 40 minus 24, all right, to get 16. Okay, so are you clear on how to get how many wallets he sell every day? Must be clear on how to get all these numbers. So on which day did he sell the greatest? So you compare the numbers. So he must have sold Wednesday, right? Wednesday is the greatest wallet that he sold. So answer Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Got it? And find the difference between the wallets sold on Monday and Friday. So on Monday, he sold 8. On Friday, he also sold 8. So what's the difference? Difference means you take 8 minus 8. 8 minus 8, the difference is 0. Okay, understand now? Okay, clear? So when you see line graph, bar graph, you need to be extra careful because sometimes if you don't read carefully, you pick the wrong numbers. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. Question number 24. This one you should know how to do already. You still make a mistake, not very good. So what was the percentage increase in the saving in May as compared to February? So you compare February with May. How do you get the percentage increase? You get your fraction. Remember, fraction. So the numerator is the increase. From 48 to become 60, there is an increase of how many? There's an increase of 12. Yeah, Ashlyn, you raise hand, Ashlyn. Yeah,
How do
Ashlyn.
you get 8 minus 8?
Oh, how do I get 8 minus 8? Can we go back to the last question, 23? How do I get 8 minus 8? Okay, on Monday, how many did he sell on Monday? How many did he sell on Monday? Which I put over here, right? 8, right? How many did he sell on Friday? Also 8, right?
6. Huh?
Right, how many did he sell on Friday? He sold 8 wallets on Friday, right?
How do you get 8?
How do I get 8? Okay, how do I get 8? Okay, now look carefully. Let's look at this 8. How do I get these 8 wallets sold on Monday? You just take 80 minus 72. You get 8 already, right? Okay, then how about the Friday? How do you get the 8 wallets sold on Friday? You take 24 minus 16, right? And you get 8 wallets sold on Friday.
I still don't get it.
Okay, why not you stay back after the lesson, right? You stay back after the lesson, then I will go through. Okay, I'll go through later.
Then I'm going somewhere.
Okay, or you wait. I'll go through later so that the others are not kept waiting. All right, anyone not clear, you may want to stay back after the lesson so that we don't hold everybody up. Okay, don't worry, if you just stay back for a little while, I will go through that later. Okay, can we go on first? All right, let's move on. Okay, now let's go on to the next one. And where are we? Okay, so how do you get the percentage increase? To get the percentage increase, you have to get your fraction. So your numerator is the increase. How many is the increase? So you have to plus 12, right? 48 plus 12 is 60. So the increase is 12. And what's the denominator? The denominator is where you start first. Where do you start before you increase? You start at 48 before you increase. So you get your fraction already. What do? Get your simplest form. Always get the simplest form. Whether it's ratio, whether it's fraction, use the simplest form to get your denominator, to get your 100. So 4 times 25 and 1 times 25. Why do you want to get 100? Because if you can make your denominator 100, then how many percent? 25%. That's the increase. So you have 25% increase. Are you clear? Okay. All right, so percentage increase, always get your fraction. It will be easier to get the percentage later. Okay, question 25. Okay, this is a P4 question. Now, oh no, it's not really a P4, it's a P5 lah, P5. So you can see there is a square. So what do you know about square? Square has right angles. So 90 minus 70, that will be 20, right? And then there is a rectangle, okay, a rectangle. Right? And how do you get this angle here? 90 minus 70, you get 20, right? So can you find angle Y? So angle Y will be 360 minus 20 minus 70 minus 20 again. I think your answer should be 250 degrees. So angle Y is 250 degrees. Okay, clear? Okay, so actually stay back later lah. Don't worry. Okay, if you just a little while only. All right, if you still not understand, just stay back for a while later. Yep.
Is it fine if I put 360 minus 90 minus 20?
Also can, as long as you get the answer. If you get the answer, then it's fine. Okay, let's go to the next one. And it's not a fluke lah. If answer is not a fluke, then it's fine. Okay, question 26. Okay, the graph shows the football sold by 4 shops in a week. And the football is not shown on the scale. So you don't have any numbers on the bar graph. But we know that the average number of footballs sold by the 4 shops was 40. So immediately, can you find the total? Yeah, I can find the total. Take the average times how many shops, and I get the total number of footballs, which is 160. Okay, then some of you are stuck. Okay, you're stuck, you don't know how to continue because you don't see numbers on the bar graph. But you must understand that your bar graph is also like model. It's like model. Model has units, right? This is a model that is standing. Your models is always horizontal, right? But it can also be a vertical model, can be a standing model. So how many units is the W? So you have 7 units. And then the X will be 6 units. And your Y will be 3 units, and then 4 units. Then you add all the units together, 7 plus 6, 13, 16, 20. So all together, there are 20 units, which is 160. Then your 1 unit divided by 20, your 1 unit is 8. So short Y has how many units? Short Y has 3 units. So 8 times 3, 24. So your model is also like, your bar graph is also like model, right? Units. So if there are no numbers there, then you use units to represent the model. Do you understand? Okay, right, Karina, understand, Karina? Okay, okay, not clear, stay back, because, okay, don't leave the lesson more confused. You're supposed to, after the lesson, learn more things, not become more confused. Okay, let's go to question 27. Okay, question 27, you have fractions. Okay, James bought 4/5 kg. Okay, let me just put down. James bought 4/5 kg of flour. He used half kg of it to bake some cakes and 1/4 of it to bake some cookies. So how much flour did he have left? Now be very careful when you see these fractions. These fractions are very special. They are the actual values. They are the important numbers. Now, the other fraction is just a representation. There is no kg in front. So I hope you didn't take 4/5 minus half minus 1/4. If you take 4/5 minus half and also minus 1/4, then that's wrong already. So what should you do? You should find how much he used to bake the cookies. He used 1/4 of his times. And what is it? It refers to the flour, which is the flour at first. Okay, the flour that he bought. And then what do? You divide by 4, and then what do? Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. So he used 1/5 to bake some cookies. So now can you find how much flour did he use altogether? So you take half kg, which is to bake some cakes, plus 1/5 kg to bake some cookies, and that will give you the total flour used. So make the denominator the same, right? And so you have 2 times 5, 1 times 5, 5 times 2, 1 times 2, and then add together, that will be 7/10 kg of flour used. Then can you find the flour left? You take the flour at first, which is 4/5 kg minus 7/10 kg. Okay, so never do mental sum because there's a lot of steps here. Okay, so I won't do mental sums. Then make the denominator the same. 5 times 2, 4 times 2, you will get 8/10 kg minus 7/10 kg. That will give you 1/10 kg left. Clear? Okay, understand? Okay, Jerry, understand, Jerry? Okay, Jerry, understand, Jerry? Okay, right, Mr. will call you anytime so to know that you are still there. Okay, question 28, 3 more questions. Okay, question 28. Okay, next one. Okay,
Wait,
okay, let me come back again. Okay. Okay, copy down.
Wait, the half kg of it is like 2/5 what? Right?
Half kg, right? Half kg is 5/10, right? Half kg is 5/10. Then your 1/5.
They say of the 4/5, half of the 4/5.
Oh, then Anson, half kg. This is an actual value. Do you take half times 4/5?
Oh.
Kong. Cannot, right? These are actual values already. So when do you take fraction times fraction? When do you take 1/4, or when do you multiply fractions? When you don't see any, when you see a representation, then you take 1/4 times 4/5 kg. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, question 28. Now, first thing to do is to draw your compass. Okay, so you have north, south, west, east, and then your 8-point compass, northeast, and so on. Okay, so Mr. will just quickly put all this. Okay, then you look at, this one is a bit hard already for the part B. Now, children walk directly from point F to point B. Point F to point B, where's point B here? Like this, right? So what direction is that? You look at your compass, northwest. Okay, northwest. Okay, now part B is the one that's a bit hard. Okay, part B, I need you to pay close attention, which we talked about it last time. You put the compass onto the picture. So Min-Young stood at one of the points facing G. After she turned 45 degrees anti-clockwise, she faced E. So where is she standing? Okay, now you will need to one by one, okay? Put her anywhere. And then what do? Then you put the compass in the middle of her. Put the compass in the middle of her. Okay? And then what do? And then your 8-point compass. How do you draw your 8-point compass? Your 8-point compass, okay, must cut through the square diagonally. Now this one is a bit, you have to pay close attention because this is how you draw the compass inside the picture. And you need to use a pencil so they can erase and start all over again later. Okay, so she's facing point G, right? She's facing point G, right? And she turned 45 degrees anti-clockwise. So when she turned 45 degrees anti-clockwise, where will she be facing? She's facing somewhere, don't know where. She's not facing E, right? So that's what you have to do, right? You have to put her any points, and then you have to check one by one. So she cannot be standing at point A. So where could she be standing? All right, then what do? Then you just slowly one by one, okay? There's no shortcut here, there's no shortcut. Okay, maybe she's at point C, maybe lah, I don't know lah. Then you put the compass right in the middle of her, and you 8 point, make sure you draw diagonally. It has to be, it has to be, okay, it takes time, okay? You have to do this carefully, all right? Do this carefully, and so that you can really see how to turn. You have to do this carefully, okay? Can you see that? All right, you put the compass at point C, which is maybe where she's standing, and she's facing point G, right? Facing point G. So she turned a 45 degrees anti-clockwise. Isn't that anti-clockwise? And where is she facing now? Point E. So which point was he? He must be at point C, right? He must be at point C. So your answer is point C. Okay? So there's no shortcut to do this because it's a little hard. You will need to one by one, okay, one by one, and put the compass inside. All right, and use a picture and use a pencil. So after doing already, erase and then choose another letter. So it will take some time.
Mr.
Okay.
Ong,
Yep.
can we use a real compass to do it?
Real compass? Oh, no, okay, this one we don't use compass. You use compass when you are measuring, when you are constructing, right?
You're allowed to
Constructing.
use compass in exams.
You can use compass in exam, yeah. But this one we don't use compass. This is not for compass. This is more on. There's no compass to be used here, right? No compass. Right, this is more on what? This is more on how you put on how you read the compass, how you read this, on how you read this one. Okay, how you read this. Okay, and how do you turn 45 degrees? No, okay, so we don't really use a compass here. Okay, all right, Karina, can I answer your question later? Got to move on already. Okay, or you can stay behind later. Okay, let's go on to question 29. Okay, question 29. So let's move on. All right, anyone not clear about this question, you stay back later, okay? Okay, let's go to question 29. Okay, question 29 is the one. Okay, this is the one, okay. Okay, now this one is hard. All right, so your prelim problem, your prelim paper will always have some hard questions, and this is one of them. And okay, let's see how we do this. Okay, not easy, it can be a paper 2 problem. Okay, let me draw something. Okay, let's read the question first. May and Nancy have equal number of pieces of ribbon. They each have a mix of long and short ribbons. The length of each piece of short ribbon is 40, and each piece of long ribbon is 70 cm. May has 7 pieces of short ribbon, and Nancy has 18 pieces of long ribbon. Okay, the total length of May's ribbon was 2.4 meters longer than the total length of Nancy's ribbon. How many pieces of ribbon does May have? Okay, so when you see a question like this, you need to think of your method. So what method? You must think about your method. Is there a method I can use to help me to solve? How about guess and check, which is the last method to think about? Now, the method that you should be thinking about is still model. You should still be thinking about the method model. Then how do you draw? Okay, hang on for a while. Let me have a drink first. Okay, now look, this is how you draw. May, Nancy. May's ribbon was 2.4 meters longer. Okay, so something like that, 2.4 meters. And you may want to change the meter into centimeter, right? Make them all the same. So 2.4 meters will be 240 centimeters. And how do you get that? You take 2.4 times 100 and shift the decimal point to the right. Okay, Suren, understand? 2.4 meters become 240 centimeters. Okay, then what do you do? May has how many short pieces? Cuts. Model must have labels. No label, your model is not clear. And how long is 7 short pieces? 40 times 7, 280 cm. Okay, 40 times 7, simple step. So no matter how difficult the problem is, there is a simple step that you can always do. Okay, all right. And then what else? Nancy has 18 pieces of long ribbon. Cut a bit longer, and you label 18 long ribbon. And how long is 18 long? So 18 times 70, that will be 1260. Now, of course, in paper 1, you don't have to write down all the steps. You quickly draw the model, put the numbers inside. Okay, so that you don't waste time. All right, paper 2, then you write out the statements. Okay, all right, they both have equal number. So what do? This is a trick, okay, the trick. First of all, I just make equal first. Nancy has 18 long. I just add another 11 long. Okay, why? So that 7 plus 11 is also 18. Okay, all right. So if there are 11 long pieces, how long is that? 11 times 70. So what is the lesson here? The lesson here is to make equal. Okay, make the number of pieces equal. Make them to have equal number of pieces. But does that mean that they have 18 each? Do they have 18 pieces each? No, it doesn't mean that. Because you still have what? You still have this rectangle here, right? Which I don't know how many pieces. But I know that they are equal number also. These two blue color boxes, they are also equal number. And not only that, this must be the long pieces. And this one must be the short pieces. Do you understand what am I doing? Do you understand? Okay, right, you make equal number of pieces, okay? May and Nancy have equal number of pieces. So what do? You just take 7, add another 11 to get 18 first, right? Equal number, right? Then look at the blue color boxes on the right side. They are also equal number of pieces, but we don't know how many. So we are going to find how many. So we can call it 1 unit. 1 unit represent how many long pieces, which I don't know how many. And there's also a 1 unit here. 1 unit. Okay, 1 unit. Okay, so equal number of long and short pieces. Okay, then how long is 1 unit? So you take 1 unit times every long piece is 70 cm. So that'll be 70 units. Okay, 70 units. Okay, maybe let me just erase this part. Okay, let me just erase this part. So let me just write a little bit nicer. So I call this 70 units. All right, 70 units. So all the long pieces is how long? 70 units centimeter, right? 70 units. And all the short pieces, how long is that? So 1 unit times 40, that will be 40 units. Okay, 40 units. So over here, this is your 40 units, which is all the length of all the short pieces. Okay, so I use 1 unit to represent equal number of long and short pieces, which I don't know how many, right? I don't know how many long here. I don't know how many short here, but I know they are equal number. So I use 1 unit to represent them. Okay, 1 unit and 1 unit.
Why 40 unit?
Because how long is 1 short piece? 1 short piece is 40 cm. So I got 1 unit of short pieces. So 40 cm times 1 unit, that will give me 40 unit, which is all the short pieces. Understand? And why 70 unit? Because I got 1 unit of long pieces, which I don't know how many long pieces, but I call it 1 unit. And how long is 1 long piece? 70 cm. So 70 times 1 unit, 70 unit cm. Okay, can do already? You look at the model, can do already? All right, how do you look at the model and solve? Very simple. Okay, you look at the model and what do you see? Look at Nancy. Nancy has, okay, let's look at Nancy. Nancy has 1260 cm plus 40 units plus another 240 cm. Okay, and that is also equal to what? Equal to, okay, Miss Song got no space already. Equal to 280. Okay, Miss Song going to jump a few steps. 280 plus 770, 280 plus 770, and I get 1050 cm plus 70 units. Okay, 70 units. Okay, do you understand what I'm doing? Okay, one more time, just to be clear. You take 1260 plus 40 units plus 240, and that is equal to what? That is equal to Mary. 280 plus 770 plus 70 units. Understand now? The bottom is equal to on top. Okay, all right. Then work out, all right, work out your steps. So 1260 plus 40 will be 1300, no, sorry, cannot, 1260 plus what? 1260 plus 240. So 1260 plus 240 will be how many? So you will get 1500 cm plus 40 unit, which is equal to 1050 cm plus 70 units. Okay, got it? All right, you can ignore the CM lah. You can take away the CM. Okay, no need the CM, so that you don't have to keep writing the CM. So in your statement, just ignore the CM. Okay, then what is the next step? Then you take 70 minus 40, right? Take out 40, here also take out 40, you get 30 units. Take out 1050, means you minus. So 1500 also minus 1050. What do you get? So 1500 minus 1050, you will get 4050. So what is 1 unit? So 1 unit must be 450 divided by 30. So your 1 unit is 15. 15. So what is 15? 15 means what? 15 means I got 15 long pieces. 15 long pieces. I got 15 short pieces. Okay? So you use 1 unit. You use 1 unit to represent equal number of long and short. That's the key. That's the idea. Okay, the whole lesson. And of course, the model is a lesson also. So how many pieces does May have? Then what you do? 7 plus 11, right? 7 plus 11 is 18. 18 plus 15, right? 18 plus 15, answer is 33. So answer 33. Okay, now this question is really very hard. It can be a paper 2, right? Paper 2, 4 marks, right? It can be a 4 marks.
5 marks.
5, no, 5 marks is too easy. No, this is a 4 mark, at the most 4 marks only. All right, so unfortunately, came out in the paper 1. So be prepared for your paper 1 to have paper 2 questions. All right, paper 2 questions that can be something like that. Okay, so you can see it takes a lot of effort to do this, a lot of time to do this. Okay, copy down. If you still understand later after the lesson, stay behind again. Okay. All right, so today 9:10 already. Still got one more question. Okay, let's move on. So you can see the prelim paper will take more time to explain. Okay, last question already. Question 30. Okay, question 30. You have a triangle, and AC also form one side of the isosceles triangle, ACD, right? So ABC and ACD have the same area. Can you draw the triangle ACD, which is isosceles? Okay, now to draw the same area, you must first find what is the area of this ABC triangle. So triangle means how do you get area? Half times base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count the sides of the square. And the height is 2. So half times 6 times 2, that will give you 6 square. So this triangle is made of 6 squares. The area is 6 squares. And you need to draw an isosceles triangle, which also got 6 squares. So, and the isosceles triangle, one of the side is what? One of the side is AC. This is the side of the isosceles triangle. Then where's your D? Where's your D? All right, you have the base already, which is 6 already. Then the height must be 2 also, the height. And the height must be here, 2. Why 2? Because the height is 2 cm and the base is 6 cm. So how does your isosceles triangle looks like? Like this. And this isosceles triangle will also have the same area as the ABC triangle. Got it? So how do you find area? You have to count the squares. All right, how many squares make up the triangle is the area. Okay, part B. In the square grid, draw a parallelogram with the same perimeter. Okay, now I need to erase the drawing. Yeah.
But shouldn't AC be isosceles to something? That's like the base and not it shouldn't it on the isosceles like AD and DC.
AC also form one side of an isosceles triangle. One side of an isosceles triangle.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's part of one side.
Oh, okay. AC also form one side of an isosceles triangle, ACD. And it has the same area. Okay. Okay, let me look at this later on, and I will come back to you on the next lesson. Okay, because we don't want to take too much time to think about this.
Teacher.
Yeah.
For the drawing below, right? You draw already. Do we need to label?
You have to label. Of course, you have to label. Whatever drawing you're done, you need to label. Okay. All right. Let me just have a quick look. AC needs form one side of the isosceles triangle. Okay. Now, anyone? Okay. AC forms one side of the isosceles triangle with the same area. So, okay, let's try. Okay, let me just erase this part. Yeah, I didn't read carefully. So AC form one side of the isosceles triangle, and it also must have 6, right? 6. So how do we get the 6? Let me see. Okay lah, I will come back to this next lesson, okay, so that we don't waste time on this question. Okay, let's look at part B first, all right, so that everybody is not kept waiting. Now, in the square grid, draw a parallelogram with the same parameter. So I'm going to erase everything. So how do you count the parameter? How do you find the parameter? Now, parameter, you don't look at the squares already. You look at what? You look at the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. And then this will be 2 sides. So if you add together, there'll be 8 sides. All right, 8 sides. And then you look at the diagonal line. That will be 3, right? 3. And then here also 3, diagonal. Okay, diagonal. So if you were to draw your parallelogram, what did Mr. Ong teach you before last time? Draw a sketch. If you don't know how to draw, have a sketch, right? Your sketch will be something like this, okay, a sketch. So you can draw something like this. This is 2 plus 6 is 8 already, right? 8 divided by 2, that'll be 4. Okay, draw a rough sketch. And then the diagonal here must be 3, right? Have a rough sketch. And then use the rough sketch to help you to draw the real thing. Okay, so how do you draw the real thing? Okay, now look carefully. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4. Right? And then if you notice carefully, this is 1, 2, 3, right? So you have, okay, let me from here, right? From here, see? Okay, something like that. Okay, something like that. Let me draw a bit nicely. Okay, so here, okay, not so nice. I'll use a ruler. Okay, so that is your same as what? Same as here. Okay, then how about the blue line? Then below 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see 4, 4? And then how about the other diagonal line? Here. So you have 3, here also 3. That is a parallelogram with the same parameter. Okay, and then you label the parallelogram P, right? And do I need to label? Do I need to draw some arrowheads? Yeah, I think we should draw some arrowheads, right? Just to make sure we get the full marks. So you have to draw the arrowheads. Okay, clear so far? Okay. Okay, can Alistair, are you able to annotate on the screen, Alistair? Alistair, can you annotate on the screen? If I let you annotate on the screen, can you draw for me the isosceles triangle?
I'm not so sure mine is correct, so like.
Okay, never mind. So that everybody can learn. Okay, Mr. Ong also learn. Okay, I'm also learning. Okay, I'm going to let you. I think you can annotate on the screen, right? So can you do that? Do that and show us how you draw the isosceles triangle. Okay, but I will erase a parallelogram so that Alistair can have the space to draw. Okay, yeah, can you do that?
I'm not too confident that it's correct, so I'm not.
Okay, anyone can draw? Anyone is able to draw the isosceles triangle? Anyone is confident? Okay, then we start let you annotate on the screen. Anybody? Nobody. Okay. Nobody. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Then next lesson, I will show you how to draw that. Okay. All right. So any questions? I think we come to the end of the lesson. Oh, okay. Somebody is doing something. Okay. Yeah. Hey, what's that? Okay. Can you erase that? Okay. Try again. Okay, Mr. Jordan. Okay, let's wait a little while. Jordan is drawing, right? Jordan, are you drawing? Okay, one person first. Okay, Janelle is drawing. Okay, Janelle. Okay, Janelle, can you draw? But only when you are very sure, then you draw lah. You try to draw. If you're not sure, then don't draw. Anyone wants to try? Okay, nobody. All right, never mind. Then we will go through the next lesson. Okay, so that's what I did, lor. That's what I did, right? It's the same as mine. Okay, yeah, it's same as mine. Doesn't look okay, looks a bit weird. Okay, never mind. Okay, everybody, it's okay. All right, so let's end the lesson now, because I think we come to the end of the lesson. And okay, now before we leave the lesson, okay, now those of you who have questions, you raise a hand. I mean, those of you who have questions, stay behind, and then I will go through. Okay, and this question I will come back to that next time. All right, so are you clear about the lesson today? Is it clear? Right, so we are back to our paper 1 lesson again, and you can see that the time is actually a bit longer. What is the next paper 1 that you are doing is ITONG paper 1, which I haven't sent to you yet. You can actually start to print out the ITONG paper 1, which is the Prelim paper 1 2021. Okay, so you can start to print that and start doing for next lesson. Okay, all right, so if there's no question, all right, then what happened is I will see you the next Monday. And then the rest of you, you can stay behind, right? Stay behind and ask question, right? So Ashley, you want to ask question, right? Okay, otherwise I see the rest of you next week. All right, so goodbye and have a good rest. Okay, goodbye everybody.
Bye.
Right, goodbye. And then those who want to stay behind, ask questions, then you can stay back.
Teacher,
Yes, Karina.
for question 28.
Question 28. Yeah, question 28. Wow, what like that? Okay, who is the one again? Okay, let me okay, hang on for a while. Can somebody take away all these things? Who is the one that does all this? Okay, give me a while first. Mr. also don't know how to remove that. How to do? Okay, give me a while. Okay, yes, yeah. So can you, yeah, Karina?
For question A, you write northwest. I still don't understand.
What do you mean? You have to draw the compass lah. Draw the compass, right?
Then, for your answer, you just write NW, right?
Oh, you have to write the whole word. Write the whole word. Okay, in the exam, you have to write the whole word. Yeah, Mr. Ong just for just to do faster, write the letter. But otherwise, you have to write the whole word. Okay. Okay. Any more question? Okay. Any more question? To Jordan.
Looking.
Yeah, Jordan. Question. Jared.
Wait, so does this Friday, is there lesson?
Yeah, there'll still be lesson. Okay.
Then what
It's
is your
okay, that one will be okay. Let me talk to you later, right? It's personal. Okay, that one is personal already. Okay, yeah, there'll be lesson. Okay, Jared, any question? No question. Okay, how about Yvette? Yvette, you are there, right?
Mr. Ong,
Yeah, Mr.
What
Can't
is the
see you.
what is the answer for 25?
Question 25. Question 25. The answer is 250. Right, 250 degrees.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, goodbye. Have a good rest. And
Bye-bye.
okay, so Karina, no question. All right, I'll see you next week. Yvette, see you next week. And Jared, okay. All right, goodbye, everybody. Okay, have a good rest. Okay, bye, Yvette. You're still there.